Are you listening?
We are the champions, my friends. We will keep on fighting to the end. Da-na-na. Because we are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers. We are the champions of the world. Hello.
What's up? I don't know what's going on. Every time the show starts, my screen freezes.
Weird.
I get like a second of the music, then that's it.
No. Well, today, Cookie Dude is out sick still. He's going to the hospital to see why he can't hold down his food, and we're hoping for the best outcome to why that's happening, not the worst. He has to figure things out. Being a man of his age, we hope he gets better. Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Hey, there he is in the chat. I hope you get better there, Cookie Dude.
Good morning, Cookie Dude. Cookie Dude. Look at you. All right. This feels weird without him 2 days in a row.
Yeah, it does.
So, let's get to the card of the day.
Card of the day. Combo breaker.
Ooh, I found a classic. A fun little group huggy card from Champions of Kamigawa, I believe. It's from the original Kamigawa block altogether.
Ah.
Yes. And it'd be good in your deck we were just talking about.
Yeah, it will.
But it's group huggy. You know, you'll be helping out everybody. Blood Clock costs 4 generic mana. It's an artifact. And it says at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player may return a permanent he or she controls to its owner's hand, unless he or she pays 2 life. This is good for those decks that care about ETBs, like Into the Battlefield triggers. And there's a lot of people who wouldn't mind paying 2 life to keep a thing on the field, but there's a lot of people who wouldn't mind at all returning a permanent to their owner's hand, especially if it like triggers a land fetch or triggers like a destroy target creature like Ravenous Chupacabra. You know, when you play this, you want to play this to the advantage side, so everybody benefits, really. But it's fun. It's gracious. It's good.
Atraxa would benefit from this because you can turn Atraxa back to your hand.
Oh, yeah. If need
replay it and get more triggers from it.
You're talking about the new Atraxa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking of the original Atraxa. Oh, gee. No, gee. And for the picture of the day, I found a picture online that my sister shared, and I'm like, oh, this is funny. Right? I'm still going to get coffee and all that snow.
Hey, what's up, Tom Mitchell?
Tom Mitchell, hello. But let's also welcome to the show, Stasis Orb.
What's up?
Yep.
That's right. Yep. From Land Before Time. What's up? Mitchell, hello.
Petrie fly, Petrie fall.
I own that movie, and I know you haven't seen my video from a long time ago where I showed off my Jurassic Park collection, but I treat that as like the first movie of the series.
Interesting.
Because it's directed by Steven Spielberg. I need to get We're Back A Dinosaur Story, another Steven Spielberg movie. It's not as cool as Land Before Time, but this is still a dinosaur flick that's funny. If you don't remember,
Yeah.
it was a movie about dinosaurs being time traveled into the future, and they eat
Yeah.
cereal.
Yep, I remember that movie. I didn't know that was directed by Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh yeah. It was a random movie.
That is quite interesting. They're actually getting ready to release a new Land Before Time. Apparently in 2025. It's gonna be a Pixar movie.
Cool.
So I wonder if it's a reboot, and that'd be interesting because that movie in today's CG, if they followed the script pretty much note by note, would be epic.
Yep.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
They made a lot of Land Before Times. Were they all directed by Steven Spielberg? I imagine
No.
they weren't.
No. Steven Spielberg directed the first one, and every other one directed by someone different.
Yeah, Animaniacs was directed by Steven Spielberg.
No,
That was a great cartoon.
He was a producer.
Oh, producer, yeah.
He didn't direct every episode, but that was a great cartoon.
No, fantastic. And you know what's crazy is like it's more it like as a kid I enjoyed it, but as an adult I'm like, oh my god, this is way better than now that I understand the jokes. Yeah, because oh my gosh, the amount of
it's like
adult humor in that is hilarious.
Right, it's like that episode where they're looking for fingerprints, and it said fingerprints, and they somehow Prince is in the lady's arm, and she's like, okay.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
So what are we talking about today?
We're gonna look at the spoilers that got up for Ravnica Remastered.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, see if there's things we like, don't like, bring up memories, jargon.
Sadly, it is not coming to Arena.
No. And so far, they're not printing Momer Vig Simic Visionary. What a sin.
How dare they?
Exactly.
What about your favorite Cytoplasm Manipulator?
That'd be a great one, but I will have to see if it's in there. The full set's not listed yet, but a lot of it. And there's cards that are based on Ravnica, but not from Ravnica that they're putting in the set. As you can see, Gruvak Grand Eloquent is in the set, and he's not literally from a Ravnica set.
Oh, 3-mana Gideon's coming back, huh? Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, 3-mana Gideon. We got Liliana Dreadhorde General. I want this card for Christmas, everybody. I expect to see this in the mail from all of you. No, I'm kidding. Like Altvera Hellkite is going to reprint. Guardian Guild Pack or Guardian Project's getting printed again. That's a good card. And we got Divine Visitation. And if you want to read any of these cards, let me know, and I'll let you read it. Because if I find a card I have to read, I'll read it myself, too. Of course, Cyclonic Rift is getting a reprint in the set with some...
Much needed,
but the artwork looks like it's from Kamigawa.
Yep.
That's interesting. Then we got Lord of the Void, which is a banger unlimited. I know because Sir Andrew has kicked my ass with this card a couple times. He's like, yes, indeed. Ilharg the Razor, great card. Would love another copy of this myself. Man, he's not super expensive anyways. Protein Hulk, which we used to all call Protein Hulk. Is getting a reprint. Banger of a card. Love it. Definitely love the fact that it's seen its love. Even though this was like my curse card back in the day. It was like a $3 card, and I pulled like tons of copies of this when Ravnica was like,
well, it got banned in Legacy.
Commander for a while.
No, Legacy. It got banned in Legacy.
True. And it was banned in Commander too.
Because of the card Flash.
Right. Oh, the Flash.
Because it was Flash Protein Hulk. Yeah, because that deck was super powerful. So Flash is a very old school Magic card.
Right.
It costed a colorless and a blue. It was instant. and it let you put a creature from your hand onto the battlefield, and you have to pay its mana cost. I think like by your end step or something like that, or else
Mhm.
you had to sacrifice it,
Mhm.
and you would basically just flash them into place, sacrifice it, and then you would combo off because you can get a bunch of zero cost casting creatures,
Mhm.
and you would get the there was like this
Disciple of the Vault.
Disciple of the Vault, yeah, and then you would get a sacrifice outlet, like a
Mhm.
creature that has like sacrifice a creature, and then you would sacrifice all your zero cast creatures, and you would kill your opponent on turn 2. It was
Dang.
really powerful, yeah.
It was a
And
turn one
especially in
win.
Legacy, you could turn 1 it, and
Yeah.
it was like, yeah, they were like, yeah, we needed to not let this card be a thing in Legacy, so they banned it.
Right. Oh, that was a fun card. That was a fun deck. I would have loved to play with that deck. I remember seeing that deck before, but never got to play it or play against it. And I'm glad I didn't play against it. That'd be a salty win.
Yeah,
Um,
that deck it was very degenerate, and yeah, the fact that they could do it turn 1 was absolutely stupid.
Hell yeah. Good old times. Look, Dark Confident in the middle is getting printed with some weird ass art. They've had good art before, and it would have been neat to see the original art.
Blazing Archon. Did they? Yes, it looks like they did.
Mhm.
It's one of my favorite flavor texts.
Yeah.
It's up
Through the
there.
haze of battle, I saw the glint of sun and the golden mane, the sheen of glory clad in mail, and I dropped my sword and swept at the idiocy of war.
Yes,
Draven rule deserter.
such a good flavor text. I love that one. That's one of my absolute favorites.
Right? Well, Blazing Archon, I don't remember the flavor text because I didn't pay attention to it that much, but I used to run him a lot in my Reanimator deck back
Oh
then.
yeah. He saw play. So back when I played Legacy Dredge, he was a sideboard card
Mm. Yeah.
against the aggro decks.
Yeah.
He was a good reanimator target or a dread return target.
Yeah. Dread Turn. There was Zombify too. Yeah, we love this card. Then when we broke kind of into the legacy format, but not legacy back then, we learned about Animate Dead. We really learned about Reanimate and Entomb and Exhume and Dark Ritual.
Yeah.
Fun with those. Spark Double single reprint. That's pretty neat. Dark Confident. I'm so glad they're putting in here because I do want to get a copy for my zombie deck. I'd like a non-enchantment version of ability like this so I can kill it as needed.
The fake Bob.
Fake Bob. Well, yeah.
People call him Bob, but yeah, I to me when I think of like a card named Bob, I think of Beast of Burden.
Right, because BLB.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's a big like 7-drop that has power toughness equal to number of creatures and artifacts you control.
Let's see.
Or something like that.
I mean, they can't please. They please. Well, no. I mean, can they please stop printing Rift? You know, they could. You
But they're
know,
not.
but they don't know if they shouldn't or should. They're not giving it time to breathe. You know, it's like Jurassic Park. They got so preoccupied if they could, they forgot to think about if they should.
Right.
Yeah. Am I the only one who paid top dollar for that card? Which card? Cyclonic Rift? Or yeah.
If there's any card I feel bad for people purchasing, would have to be Baneslayer Angel when she was at like $60. Anybody who bought her for $60, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I paid about
because then Gideon came out like the next set, and then she dropped to like $10.
Yeah.
Like, oh man.
Yeah,
that's people paid $60 for Baneslayer Angel. No.
She was a beast back then, and she got shut down.
Oh yeah, she was primo. She was so good against the format. And then Gideon came out and was like, oh, this card's way better.
All right, we got Hellkite Tyrant coming back. 4 mana, 2 red, 6/5, flying trample. pretty good. And he wins based off artifact control. Nice. That's a commander all-star. And he's been, and like you can notice Dark Confident is a mythic in this set instead of a rare. And well, because when he first was printed, we didn't have mythics. Hellkite Tyrant was shifted down to a rare from a mythic. Court of Calling is coming back. We like Court of Calling. It's still a good card. Not as strong as it used to be. I mean, Tooth and Nail is not as strong as it used to be, but it's still pretty
Elves is
solid.
a pretty dominant deck, and that card is very important for Elves.
Well, what's good for Elves is not good for everything. I mean, you're not gonna run
no, for sure. But I'm saying like it's a good card. It's
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's still a good card.
Yeah, don't
tutor. Like I have a commander who's basically a Court of Calling for creatures, like just doesn't have Convoke, and it's very useful. Like I need to get a Genesis Wave for this deck, and possibly a Court of Calling for this deck. I got a finale, the green finale in the deck because I pulled that out of a pack. So luck. Ghost Away is seeing a reprint. This could have been uncommon if you asked me, but it's still a good card. You exile each creature you control for 3 mana. You return those cards to the battlefield under their owner's control at the beginning of the next instant. Yeah. Now, yeah, it's pretty solid. It saves you from board wipes. Fibblethip the Lost has made it back. Kind of weird, right? Like this is not a card that really needed printed in this set. But one card that is getting printed, I'm excited about, is Infernal Tutor here.
Yeah. Infernal Tutor was. I thought that card was awesome when I first saw. I was like, this card is incredible.
and they kept the original artwork. Well, all the cards on top have the original artwork on them from them. But Infernal Tutor's artwork is so crazy because you got this like weird gothic dressed guy who like is confused, in this Infernal Tutor here, this big blob of a guy like directing him to where to go. It's like, welcome to the Rakdos party. I like it because you reveal a card from your hand and you search your library for a card with the same name as that card. Reveal it and put it into your hand to shuffle. So what is this in Commander? This is a weird land tutor. You're gonna search your library for a basic land card with this card. And because you don't have doubles of non-land,
unless you're heck bent.
Hellbent. If you have no cards in hand, instead search your library for a card, which is good, and put it in your hand. So if you have cards in your hand, it searches for a land basically. If you have no cards in your hand, it's a tutor that you want to play. It's pretty solid. And how Hellbent works is if this is the last card in your hand and you cast it, you are Hellbent because you no longer have cards in your hand. Just to make sure
it combos with one with nothing, which is a terrible card and you should never play it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. I guess that's a lie, because there are plenty of cards that require. There's a card called One with Nothing, Hillbilly. I don't know if you know about it. It costs 1 black, and you discard your hand. That's all it does. 1 black, discard your hand.
I remember when you played that in the Hellbent deck.
I did, because it was around that time, and I think that was still legal. Maybe it was. I can't remember. Either way, I played it in my Hellbent deck as like a 1 of, and that's just because if I got down to like 1 or 2 cards that I like, because you only play like 1 land per turn, and I wanted to discard my other land just to get the Hellbent trigger, I'd play it to pitch the lands or whatever it was in my hand.
Right.
But honestly, like all in all, though, it's not a good card.
Tom Mitchell says makes you want to stick with the reserve list. Well, if you stick with the reserve list, you're guaranteed to get cards that are not going to be printed for a long time as of now.
All right.
I mean that's almost a different form of collecting when it comes to Magic because it is its own separate side thing nowadays. Like if you're really into collecting and you're really into collecting for value, collecting the reserve list is pretty good. But no, not all cards on the reserve list are worth money. Like green white spell that we listed the other week. Him and Rebirth is like a 50-cent card, not worth money on the reserve list. So it varies on how you look at it. The only cards worth collecting off the reserve list are the ones that are powerful, like the Moxin and other cards like that are worth value that people want to play or scavenge up from the market. And with the way the rules are set nowadays, you can't just buy out a store of cards anymore. So it's difficult. What's up, James Willis?
What up, James?
James. And I forgot to start at the beginning, so we're just going to kind of shiv this in the middle. Yes, I used the word shiv. Cardsartopia.com is a sweet place to find Magic Gathering swag and other things like this sweet dice bag for super fast tourists, and even Hillbilly has a sweet dice bag that he has. You also can get cool lapel pins. The salty one is up and for sale right now. Looking about $5 a lapel pin. The sarcasm one is going to be up this week. Same with this skull one. You can find all this and all these cool things. Even that sweet dice box that they showed off yesterday on the channel can be found at cardsartopia.com.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Now back to Remastered. So Arc-like Phoenix is seeing play, good and limited. I don't know, but it could be good in other formats at the moment.
I think there's a modern deck that plays it. So.
Yeah, because there's Arc-like Phoenix, the deck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Life of the Loam. Okay, that's not original art for Life of the Loam. I thought it was. Life of the Loam is seeing a reprint. Good. I love Dredge. I want more Dredge. Unbreakable Formation is seeing a reprint. Well, all these Unbreakable Formation is made it to the set. It's actually pretty decent. I'm making all your creatures indestructible. Protect from board wipes. Copy Enchantment. This card definitely didn't need the reprint, but it's still a good card because it was first printed in Ravnica. I like it. If for those people who run enchantment decks, this card is salsa. Cryptghast, making his face appear here. Pretty good. It's a mono black card. That export ability is only rules text, so you don't have to worry about having to be in a black-white deck. But he's pretty good because he doubles your swamps, Hillbilly. He doubles whenever you tap a swamp for mana and adds an additional black. You talked about upgrading your commander deck. This is a good card.
Yeah. Interesting.
Right. Then we have Mythic's Mastery. This is actually a card that's from a commander deck. But since it's based on Ravnica, they decided to throw it here. That's why the overload cost is so expensive and what it does is weird for a limited format. But it's still pretty good, and it's seen print here. Birds of Paradise is seeing its reprint here. Good. Birds of Paradise needs its reprint here.
Bob.
And look at that. They got the original Ravnica art on there. Love it.
Yep.
It's not the original art. It's the original art that had when it first appeared in Ravnica. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Blind Obedience. Blind Obedience is my undying love to food. It's seeing its reprint here. Tidespout Tyrant. This card's weird. Whenever you cast a spell, return target permanent to its owner's hand. This is a good card, but that mana cost is damn.
8.
It is a flyer.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a limited bomb for sure, but this is a hard card to cast in other formats. Reanimator, yo. Midnight Reaper. Midnight Reaper is seeing a good return here. One of my favorite zombies from Ravnica sets. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, Midnight Reaper does 1 damage to you and you draw a card.
Nice.
Yes. Legion War Boss. Boom, 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 boom. 2 generic and red. 2/2 has Mentor. Love the Mentor ability. Glad it's seen a resurgence.
Mono red staple right there.
Yep. Yeah. Yeva Nature's Herald is seeing a return here. I like that. It's kind of weird. Like, it doesn't look like it's from Ravnica, but it's from Ravnica. Atomic Distinguished Advocist. That is a card. I have to read this card. 2 white, 2/3, legendary creature, human advisor, flying. Lands on the battlefield and lands cards in the graveyards can't be target of spells and abilities your opponents control. Your opponents can't play land cards from graveyards. Ooh,
Nice.
he's a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
It's a hate bear for sure.
Yep. You got quasi duplicate. This card is actually pretty decent. Create a token that's a copy target creature you control. Jumpstart. I love Jumpstart. Jumpstart's just a wiggle mechanic for Flash. It's like wiggles once, and it's like it's Flash, but we named it Jumpstart. You got to discard a card.
Yeah.
Priest of the Forgotten Gods. This jank is here for fun. Generic and a black 1/2. Tap, sacrifice 2 other creatures. Any number of target players each lose 2 life, and sacrifice a creature. You add 2 black and draw a card. It's a weird merfolk looter.
Well, that card saw a lot of playing standard.
Right.
The sacrifice deck was very powerful.
Right. Sacrifice deck is good. Like if it was a zombie, I'd be more inclined to want this card for my zombie deck because it cares about sacrificing.
Also that card was played with what was that card? Waste Not.
Yeah.
Which was a busted card too.
Oh yeah. That's Waste Not was pretty good.
Yeah.
Crinkle Mob Boss is seeing a print here. Nice. He's actually gone up in value, so let's water that down. Golgari Grave Troll, still bad in certain formats, but he's seeing a print here. Dredge 6, love it. You know, they nerfed some of the cards that you can only find in collector packs that have Dredge and stuff that you cannot pull from the set. They nerfed Dredge so you can't break the game with it here. You got Angelic Exaltation, and you got Aether Plasm. Pretty decent cards for limited. Massacre Girl, little star. People love the hell out of this card.
I love that card when it was in standard.
Yeah. Yay. Justin, what's up? He's like, Crinko. Yeah. James. Ooh, I made it, but my damn internet was out about an hour. Oh, that sucks. I'm glad you made it.
Great limited bomb. I will say that.
What? Massacre Girl limited bomb? Yes. Gutter Snipe. Whoop whoop. All-star for Spells Matters. Utopia Sprawl. That's a good one. We got Azorius Justicator. This is an all-star for the Azorius limited deck in Ravnica, especially the 2-drop too. Pretty solid. Love it. How about Cerulean Sphinx? Do you like this card, Stasis Orb?
No.
You're like, no, it's a 6-mana 5/5 with flying. And you can take
from a limited standpoint, yes.
Cerulean Sphinx owner shuffles into the library. That's not bad. I wish the shuffle in your library had like a draw card ability or something attached to it that would make it worth it.
Either that or return all your graveyard to your library. Shuffle.
Did that used to be rare?
Probably.
I think it used to be rare. Same with Skulking Vengeance, but
yeah,
Skulking Vengeance definitely was a rare.
Yeah, it was. Then we got Dread Malkin. 1 mana, 1/1 zombie cat. Meow with Maniche. Menace. Pretty good card. This is a good limited card right here. Stalking Vengeance. Pretty solid. Good reanimator card. Once again, Stasis Orb played the hell out of this card and beat my ass with it.
Yep. Sure did.
Far Seeking a reprint. It's a decent card. Condemn. So I remember one time Stasis Orb, I, and our friend Greg, we were playing a game of Magic at Job Corps as a tournament because they hosted tournaments. And some derp was playing a full art version of this card, and we were not all familiar with full arts. And weirdly, the judge of the tournament wasn't. And since we couldn't determine what the card was.
Yeah, he didn't allow him to play it. It was so ridiculous because I don't know what the card does, and there's no text on it.
Right, and he won. Our friend Greg won because no one could decipher what that card did, even though I had the same art but had no text.
Yeah, he got screwed.
Yeah, he did. Taught him not to play special cards. Eyes Everywhere, Sing reprint, Golgari Thug. I love this Golgari Thug. Dredge 4, just that. It's pretty solid. Blood Frayed Giant. That kind of reminds me of my last outing to the toilet. It was a big movement. No, I'm kidding. Experiment 1. Yay. Devouring Light is seeing a reprint. Devouring Light doesn't need a reprint, but it's a good limited card for sure. Convoke 1 mana, 2 white, exile target attacking or blocking creature. It can cost 2 white. That's pretty decent. It can cost free if you have the creatures. Muddle the Mixture. Love this card. Once again, Stay Sword played the hell out of this card. 2 mana, counter target instant sorcery spell, but you're usually using this for transmute cost to get your combo pieces.
Yep.
Mausoleum Turnkey, seeing play or play, seeing its face here. It's pretty good. Demon Fire. This is a fun card. Staysor had a couple of these in his Hellbent deck, and it just burnt out players at the end of the game when he got there. Demon Fire costs a red and X. Demon Fire deals X damage to any target. If a creature dealt damage this way would die this turn, exile instead. Hellbent, if there are no cards in hand, this spell can't be countered. All the damage can't be prevented. That's what made this card good. Oh, yeah. Fungal Rebirth is seeing
the original Bane Fire.
Yeah, for sure. Fungal Rebirth is seeing its play here. It's going to be good. It's still pretty good. 3 mana instant. Return target permanent card from a graveyard to your hand. If a creature died this turn, create 2/1/1 green sapling creature tokens. Pretty solid. Yeah. Ministra of Obligation is seeing its play here. Murmuring Mystic is pretty good. Orzhov Enforcer, Homing Lightning, and Loaming Shaman. And just because you asked for it, you got Mistral Charger, a 2 mana, 2/1 flying, and everything else is vanilla about it. You were definitely wanting to see this card in a master priced set. You're going to pay $200 and pull like 10 of these because you want to.
Me and my old Mistral Charger.
Nightfall Sprite seeing a play? Hell yeah. Nightfall Sprite is pretty good. Whenever Sprites attack, it's Surveil 1. Surveiling is very powerful. Which is interesting. I was watching a friend play Khans of Tarkir last night, like the draft, and a lot of cards are changed to have Surveil in the set because it's basically Surveil just before Surveil existed. Plague Crafter. Love this card. I would love to see an alternate art version of this card or old border version of this card because I want it. Because I actually do play a copy of my zombie deck. Light up a stage. That's what Stasis Orb does every time it goes to work. Moldavine Cloak. Not true. Moldavine Cloak. Pretty solid card. People love this card. +3/+3 enchantment or dredge 2. Sunhome Stalwart. 2 mana 2/2. Pretty good. Terramander. Still pretty good. The ultimate price. They could have really not put this card in the set. Rakdos Pit Dragon. They dropped down from a rare to an uncommon, but still a good card. Still weird. 4 mana 3/3. Pay 2 red. Pit Dragon gets flying until in turn. Righteous Pit Dragon gets +1/+0 until in turn. Yeah.
Double strike when you're heck bent.
Yep. Heck bent. Why do you keep saying heck bent?
Because it's funny. There was a streamer that said that, and I was just like, "That's awesome. I like that." I call it heck bent.
Overwhelm. That's all right. That's Convoke. You got to tap down creatures to give your creatures +3/+3 until in turn. Yeah. We're just going to leave it there. 2 arms. Such a solid card. 2 mana and tap all your creatures, draw a card. Yay. Instant speed. Quicken. Good card.
I thought it was 2 arms, like we have 2 arms.
Well, there would be a W in the middle. Between the two,
I know.
It's like you have the right to bear arms, and you have like a pair of bear arms hanging off the wall of your house. You know, you have the right to bear arms. Vindictive Vampire Scene Play, hell yeah. Siege of Towers, pretty good card. This is a good limited bomb, especially when the game's in your favor. 2 mana, you turn a mountain into a 3/1 creature and still land. And you can replicate it multiple times to make multiple lands. So, you got to plan that out because, you can turn a lot of your lands into 3/1s, but if you tap out all your lands, you're not going to get squat for creatures. But some board wipes instantaneously at instant speed, it's going to be insane. And you're going to feel bad. Wasteland Viper. Pretty good card. Just good combat trick, good creature. Uberus Protector. God, I hated Remand because of Andrew back in the day.
That's fair. Remand is a very degenerate card. It's a time walk. It's exactly what it is. It's a time walk.
The time walk. Right? Even though there's a white version now, and I love Remand nowadays, and I understand counter spells and why they exist. Basically,
I think is what it's called. I don't remember. Yeah, the white version is really good too.
Right. Hold on. Yeah, James Willis, Utopia Sprawl is a great mana help. Yep. And Massacre Girl is in 2 my cubes. Hell yeah.
That makes sense. Massacre Girl's great bomb in limited.
Yeah. You got Skullcrack.
Oh man, Skullcrack. I love that card. It's so good.
So it's so good. So good. Players can't gain life this turn. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Skullcrack deals 3 damage to target player or planeswalker.
Yeah, played a very important role when it was in standard. Preventing your opponent from being able to gain life was huge.
True. I remember that portion. Worm or Weaver Coil been downshifted from rare to uncommon. 6 mana, enchant creature. Enchant creature gets +6/+6. That's pretty good. 6 mana for +6 buff is pretty good. But you can pay. It has pay 3 sacrifice from Coil. Create a 6/6 green worm creature token. That's pretty good limited bomb.
Yep.
Pretty good because you can get more use out of it. If they're gonna destroy a creature, you can respond by paying the 3 green. All right. Armory Guard. Woo! So good, you're going to see multiples of it. And you're going to be, hey, I'm glad I got a guy's vigilance as long as the control gate. Cloudfin Raptor. 0/1 flying evolve. Pretty good. Bluest Red Spy is pretty good. It's banned in certain formats. Act of Treason. That's Act of Treason is just so overused. When it comes to reprinting like core sets and stuff, they could have literally put in any other card here and it would have been better. Aberrail Grazer is seeing reprinted because the foil's worth $20. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the price drop on that. Arrester's Zeal +2/+2 until turn. Yeah, pretty good. Downsize. This card is insane. 1 blue target creature you control gets -4/-0 until turn. Overload. Yay! This card is nuts. Blade Juggler. That's what they call Andrew in the kitchen. 5 mana, 3/2. Spectacle. When it enters the battlefield, does 1 damage to you, and you draw a card. I hope I'm not picking on you too much there, Stace Sorb.
Oh, I'm picked on all the time. Don't matter.
Bomber Core. Pretty good reprint. 2 mana, 1/2. When it attacks with 2 other creatures, does 1 damage to any target. Pretty decent. Band Together. Yay. Here's Azorius Arrestor. Pretty solid pick here. 2 mana, 2/1. Detains a creature enters the battlefield. Drift of Phantasms. I love the fact that they brought back this card with Transmute. I thought Transmute was a Ravnica ability, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. My brain keeps wanting to think it was a Kamigawa ability, but the 2 sets were back to back.
I mean, they brought a card back. They brought a Transmute card in the Time Spiral block, and it was the land.
Oh yeah, they did. Yep.
Yeah.
But that land is busted.
Yeah, get you the 0 casting cost spells,
yeah.
the spend spells, basically.
And Blade Brand, 2 mana. Target creature gains death touch until turn. Draw a card. Burn Bright. Give all your creatures +2/+0. Krakanura. I don't know how to say that.
Krakanura.
Krakanura. Yeah.
That card was awesome. Good limited card.
Limited. Basilisk cards. Yeah, pretty good.
Limited.
Hidden Quarter. Love this card. Remember, I used to play this card a lot.
Yep. You played it.
I played it, and it was good in Standard. It was not the best because I didn't even know about Dredge in Standard. Imagine living in a
Dredge
world.
wasn't a thing in Standard.
Right, but imagine living in a world where the internet's not a great place to look for cards, and you fully don't understand what's in a set until you pretty much pulled all the cards. That was us back in the day.
Yep.
Time capsule.
Well, the way we were growing up, because there was plenty of information out there, but we didn't have access to it.
That's right. Burglar Rat. Boop boop. Burning Prophet. Drudge Beetle. Probably one of the coolest cards off of this list right here. Boros Elite. Boop boop. Casmina's Transmutation. Pretty good card. Debtor's Transport. Yay. Burning Tree Vandal. This card's good. Riot. When it enters the battlefield, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. Pretty good limited 3-drop there. Excuse me. Fist of Ironwood. Love it. Played that back in the day. Would cost 2 mana. Giant creature. When Fist of Ironwood enters the battlefield, create 2/1/1 green helping creature tokens. A giant creature has trample. Excuse me. That's all you needed.
Cool.
Yeah. If you see any card you want to look at, Hillbilly, or talk about, let me know.
I will.
All right. Bulwark Giant. Whoop whoop. Keymaster Rogue. Now, here's a card you want, Hillbilly. Demir Houseguard. You don't want him for the 4 mana ability, really, but if you cast 4 mana, you can sacrifice a creature, regenerate him, or you can pay his transmute card and search your library for a card that costs 4 mana. Pretty solid. He's like a $5 card before this reprint. So, whoop whoop. Demolish. Destroy target artifact or land. Forced Adaptation. This one's a good one. Enchant Aura at the beginning of your upkeep, put a +1 counter on enchanted creature. This card is pretty banger and limited.
Nice.
Like Staysor played this on his Achroma and everything. No, I'm kidding.
No, I didn't. What? I think you play. If anybody's going to play a card like that, it's you with your graph deck.
Hell yeah. Karam, 2 mana. Yeah, all right card, not amazing. Kajura's Dambreaker. This card is super good and limited. 6 mana, 5/6. So it enters the battlefield, proliferate. That's all you need to do. Big fat fatty that proliferates. Yay! Especially in a color combination that deals with counters and stuff. Pretty good. Disembowel. Good reprint for a common. Yes. Dogpile. Love this card. I'm glad to see it back. The original art had like a bunch of goblins that dogpiling on each other. Dogpile deals damage to any target equal to the number of attacking creatures in control. This card is sauce.
Nice.
It's a good finisher.
Yep. Forced Landing is seeing a reprint here, and I like it. Conclave Equinaut. Pretty all right. It's just a generic flyer that has Convoke. Leapfrog, Hillbilly's favorite game. Leapfrog has flying as long as you cast an instant source spell turn. Yay! Pretty good card though. 3/1 is pretty good if it has flying. Ill-Gotten Inheritance, good card, good print. Greater Frogling or Forgeling. Nah, we'll pass. Not kidding. It's a pretty good card as long as it gets through. Gather Forger. Yay, pretty good card. It's actually pretty solid. 1 mana +2/+2 with that Convoke ability. It's pretty decent. Eyes in the Skies. Create a 1/1 white bird creature token with flying and populate. 4 mana 2/1/1 flyers. Yeah, it's filler, but it'll do what it needs. Persistent Petitioners. Like, honestly, they could have not put this card in this set and would have been good because it's not a good limited card for drafting unless you like pull a ton of these. But they did. They're like, hey, people want to try to live the dream. We'll let them try to live the dream. Last gasp. Target creature gets -3 until turn. You know what I've noticed? Remember that one card we struggled with in the beginning, where we thought you paid X life and gave creature -X, or something like that, or not -X, yeah. There's one black X, and its first text was, you as an additional cost to cast a spell, you pay X life, and you do X damage, or target player loses X life. And we didn't realize you had to pay the mana into the X.
Oh yeah. So we were just like, I'll pay 10 life to deal 10 damage to you. And get it with the game.
Yep. Different card, but I noticed that's not on this list. Crinkle's Command is here. Yay. Greater Moss Dog, solid. 4 mana, 3/3, judge 3. Faith's Fetters, pretty solid removal for white if you're drafting a set.
That card got so much better when Planeswalkers came out.
Yeah,
it's enchant permanent, so it's huge.
Hell yeah. Quench, the basic counter spell you like. Mockerberry Waltz.
It's bad.
I should get the original artwork for that one. That was awesome. What were you saying?
Quench is bad mana leak.
Yeah, bad mana leak. Mugging. Mugging is an act when someone takes your backpack, looks through the stuff, and is like, "You have nothing good here."
Oh, really? We're going there. We're going there. Oh man,
that's hilarious. That was funny because that was like the best scenario for the worst thing. I mean, it's almost as funny as Death Muffins.
Oh yeah, well, I mean now, but at the time it was quite scary. Like,
yeah,
Greg and I were like, "Holy shit, this is happening!" Like, and to this day, I still find it crazy because, like I said, even Craig looked at me. He's all like, "Dude, I'm so glad they didn't take my wallet."
Right?
Because he had like $700 in there. I was like, "Oh my god, dude! Around that much money."
No doubt. That's insane. But yeah, I mean, like, it was the best situation or the worst thing that could happen.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Horn Collar's Chant, create a 4/4 green rhino creature token with trample and proliferate. Pretty solid. I wish this card had Populate. I know it sounds weird, but Populate would have been awesome.
Or Convoke.
Or Convoke, yeah. Convoke would be decent on that one. Keening Aspiration, another new art. Pretty good card. Pretty solid. I think it's kind of funny that they kind of leaned in on the enchantment destroy thing on some of the cards here when they kind of knew the enchantments when they put this set together, like this remastered set together. Radical Idea, premium draw spell for limited. Draw a card, jumpstart, discard a card, exile it, draw a card. Pretty good. Mythic Vapors. All right, different art, but I remember when Stay Sword played this card and he was like, I want to try this card, see how it works. Oh no, I'm thinking of Miasmic Vapors. This is a different card. This card is pretty good just in general because it's Reval. And then the Nig ones. Yeah, pretty good.
I was like,
there was the Miasmic Vapors that you played back in the day.
Yeah.
Or was it Hissing Miasma? One of the two. You're good. Rub About Mecha. 4 mana, 3/3. Blood Rush. Pretty good. Blood Rush is a mechanic I can get behind, especially in the Jund Reanimator style deck.
Love Blood Rush.
Right?
I like Gore. Well, okay, I like Gore Clan Rampager.
Right. Open the Gates, sees play. Not a big fan of that card. You got Makeshift Battalion. Whoop whoop. There you go. Makeshift Battalion. Vidalcum Mesmerists. Woo. Now, here's the one thing I think is stupid. They brought Haunt back. Now, I remember playing a Haunt deck back in the day, and it took me a while to remember how Haunt worked. This is a bad mechanic, especially for limited. So how Haunt works is when it comes to play, you choose a creature that's in play. Now, if this creature dies, you kind of attach it to the creature, but it's haunting the creature. And when that creature dies, you get the haunt ability. And the haunt ability is on the card. Like it says, when Orzhov Enthusiast enters the battlefield or the creature haunts dies, destroy target creature that was dealt damage this way. You have to work around hunt to be good. Yeah, it's stupid. Like, it's not that great of a mechanic.
I mean, that one's fine. I think that's a good one.
It's probably like the best of the list.
Probably, but yeah, haunt mechanic was not ideally good, but I wouldn't completely trash on it. I mean, there are cards like that card right there is fine. But yeah, no, haunt is definitely not a. There was a haunt deck that was in standard during that time, and it was actually
I played it.
It was decent. It was actually really decent.
Remember, I played the haunt deck.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the one who reminded me I did.
Remember that one time you played that haunt deck that I don't remember?
Well, you
don't get old, folks.
But yeah, because I used to run this guy in the haunt deck. He was one of the better cards to hunt with, and I ran the bats. And I can't remember what all I played at in the moment, but it was an all right deck. It worked. It was just very complicated in its interactions. You had to think about your plays like 2 steps ahead, because like this guy, you kind of a target creature you want to destroy, and when he enters the battlefield, you destroy target creature, right? Pretty solid. Then when the creature haunts dies, you destroy target creature. So you got to plan around that. And that's what makes it interesting. This guy is pretty good because he destroys target creature that was dealt damage this turn. That's why I liked him. That's why I played him in the haunt deck. Yeah. Scorched Razulka, 1 red mana. I don't really care for the cycle, but this one's all right. It does 1 damage target player, Planeswalker. Yeah. Rampaging Rendhorn. This card is epic in limited. This card is pretty beast. If you see this green card, you pull it if there's nothing better. 5 mana 4/4, that's right. It's either a 5 mana 5/5, which is pretty good. It doesn't have trample, or it's a 5 mana 4/4 with haste. It's very tempo and it works what it should do. There's other cards you can look for, but this is a pretty solid card for limited. Rising Populace, yay! Whenever another creature or planeswalker you control dies, put a +1 counter on Rising Populace. Yay. Repeal, good card. Return target non-land permanent with mana value XLS to its owner's hand, draw a card. This is good to save your own skin most of the time when you're trying to save something, but there's also good against attackers at the end when you need to. Now, it's not the best spell, but it's pretty good and limited for what it does. Plan around it. Sower Shambler, pretty decent. Love Scavenge. Scavenge is like one of the most underrated abilities that need to be more played with. Like they should make more Scavenge-based creatures. Skew the Critics, pretty good. I like it. Siege Worm, yay! Watch, we're not going to see a
Siege Worm. Great limited bomb.
Yeah. Well, what's a great limited bomb?
Siege Worm. Yeah,
Siege Worm is great. Rootborn Defenses is a comeback. It's pretty solid. Signature Sabotage is awesome. Shadow Alley Denizen, yay! Taste for Mayhem. This card is nuts. All right. It's the 1 mana, give a creature +2/+0 solid, but if for some reason you're Hellbang, it's +4/+0. You're like, hell yeah. This card is just epic. Solana Ledgewalker. Speaking of a devil.
Solana Ledgewalker saw a lot of standard play.
Right?
There's a Loxton Warhammer on it.
Yeah.
GG's.
GG's. But he also put Taste of Mayhem on the Solana Ledgewalker. Pretty good. That's a good red-green combo right there. Summary Judgment. Totally Lost. Thrill Kill Assassin. I kind of like the new art on Thrill Kill Assassin. That's pretty good. 10 Street Dodger. All right. Sprouting Renewal. Pretty good. Like it. Syndicate Messenger. Undercity Embrace. Wojak Bodyguard. Titanic Bra.
Nice.
Cards. Let me back here. All right. And that's the cards we're going to look at for today. We'll go through the multicolored cards tomorrow.
Cool.
So with that, we're going to go into the movers and shakers really quick. Yeah, movers and shakers. We love the movers and shakers.
What?
Ooh. Movers and shakers. Really quick today. Shattered Sanctum has gone up 8% to 15.49. This line's been going up like crazy lately. Shieldred gone up a little bit, even though she doesn't need to go up for no reason.
Really?
265. Yep. Boseiju Endures has gone up 1%. It's just staying flat, $36. Bloodthirsty Adversary is doing pretty good too. Herbrass Forge has gone up 17%. Look at that card. Going down on the list, we got Barnhorde Dracosaur down 8% to a little less than $16. Wedding Announcement, $16 even, gone down 4%. Call to the Stampede Tyrant, gone down to $16 and 3% loss. Tishana's Tidebinder still doing pretty good, and it's minus 3%. But at $15, and you got Kodama the West Tree, $12, doing pretty solid. And I like this card. Now, because
yeah, can we go third to the bottom on the ones that dropped?
Third to the bottom,
Yeah.
Jamil.
Oh yeah.
1610 down 2%. There you go.
Nice.
All right, now modern, because I know there's people who like to play modern here. Seedborn Muse has gone up to $17, about 7% increase. Last March to the Ents plus 7% to $13-14. Swarmward up to $12. Mana Reflection up to $15. And Pyrohemia up plus 5% $16.91. Going down, Mind Rig Trap gone down to $70.45. Doubling Season $47 at negative 5%. Kozilek Butcher of Truth to $43.43 negative 3%. Ulamog, Infinite Gyre, dude, I need you. $36, negative 4%.
Ulamagoo of the Infinite Goobaloo.
Yeah. At $30, you have Endurance. Endurance, negative 3%. And that's been the Movers and Shakers, everybody. Everybody.
What's that?
What? That's right, Miss Billy. I did that because when I made that little intro, I was thinking of that show with Tim Allen and his family. Home Improvement, yeah. I'm like, that came to mind when I was thinking about Movers and Shakers. I want to thank everybody who's been here. So we're gonna go to the shill section to thank you, Hillbilly. Show your channel out. Tell us what you're all about. You know, you put your right foot in and you put your right foot out. You put your right foot in and you shake it all about.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a 2:00 stream today, and I am now at 316 subs.
Yeah, getting there. He's getting there.
I'm trying to get to that 400 for a giveaway.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
That's pretty awesome. So don't forget to hit that sub button if you're not subbed to Mr. MTG Hillbilly. I'll put his link in the chat right there as I slowly talk to kind of build myself time to type. Woo, look at you. You gonna do any streaming on Discord today, or are you working today?
I gotta work today, unfortunately.
Boo,
I'm gonna say this one thing. Derek sucks. But no, be sure to like and subscribe.
Oh, thank you everybody for joining. No, I have no streams planned tonight. I know DJ streaming time tonight, but I'm going to try to be filming tonight because I want to do some filming. But Hillbilly, be awesome. Andrew, be awesome. Everybody in chat, be awesome. Be nice today. The song of the day today is brought to you by Mrs. Hillbilly, who wanted to share "We Are the Champions" by Queen. You can look that song up if you want, but I'm pretty sure you all heard it like 10,000 times. But still a good song. Song. I want to thank you guys for tagging along, being amazing. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Thank you for interacting. You're always amazing. Trying to get to 600 subs, but not pushing it. Still got plans in the future coming up. Keep you up on the auction deal. And I want to say goodbye. Good riddance. Do not complain to your mom. All right. You can talk to me.
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron?
Subscribe for Magic the Gathering and other content for evil fun.
Fear not, Megatron. Cybertron shall remain as you lead.